Hello, friends, and welcome back to I Don't Work Here, Lady. And in our first story, crazy lady demanded to talk to my manager, so I called the one person in my life who can be called my manager, my wife. This happened yesterday. I was in Canadian Tire. For all you non-Canadians, it's like a mix between a Walmart, a Home Depot, a Bass Pro Shops, and an auto shop. I was wearing jeans and an old red polo shirt. The employees there wear black pants and a red polo with a triangle and maple leaf logo on the chest. I was getting wipers for my car because mine aren't clearing the rain off my window anymore. It's a riveting story. They have this touchscreen thing where you select the vehicle and it tells you the specific sizes you need for each wiper and brand. I was fiddling with the screen and going through the different sizes and makes of wipers and reading reviews on each one. I research everything before I buy it. Drives my wife crazy. I hear someone behind me say, "Excuse me." I think she wants to use the screen to figure out what wiper to buy, so I move to the section that has the wiper brand I'm interested in and start looking for the size I need. My assumption was wrong. She followed me to where I was now poking through the very badly stocked wipers. From now on, I'll be me and she'll be Douche Canoe, which I'll shorten to DC. DC, why did you walk away from me? That's very rude. I didn't even know she was talking to me at this point, so I kept looking at wipers. DC, this is unbelievable. I'm talking to you. It finally clicks in that I'm the one she's talking to, so I stupidly turned to face her while gripping a 28-inch wiper like a toddler holds a crayon. Me? You talking to me? DC, yeah, you. I need to know what size wiper to get for my Mercedes. Me. That's what the screen is for, I said as I gesture towards it with the wiper in my hand and go back to searching for the second elusive 28-incher. DC, you are terrible at your job. This isn't proper customer service, she said all in a huff. Me, I don't work here. I'm gonna go back to this now. DC, I want to speak to your manager right now. This isn't how you treat customers. Ignoring me and refusing to help me, it's disgraceful. At this point, she kind of stomps off, but only a few aisles away, and the aisles in the automotive department aren't full height ones. They're like chest high, so you can see right across the whole department. She just does a few laps around the aisles where I am, and she's looking all over the place for a manager, but not going far. I think so she doesn't lose sight of me. Me. Still don't work here, so going to be hard to find that manager, and you're not listening to me. Okay, I say to her and trail off as she's obviously not caring at all. I go back to my wipers. While she's on her walk, I find my wiper and start to head towards the checkouts. She chases me down and gets in front of me, trying to stop my escape before a manager gets there. DC, no, you're not allowed to leave until I speak to your manager about you. I've had enough of this buffoon. I pull out my phone and call my manager. I'm self-employed, so I call the one person in my life who could reasonably be called my manager, the wife, henceforth referred to as boss. Me, I'll call her for you. You're not going to be able to find her here. I put it on speakerphone so the crazy lady can hear. As the phone rings, she's giving me this superior smirk like I'm about to get my butt chewed out. Me, hey, how's the trip going? She's on a business trip. Boss, great. I've been having some excellent meetings with the L3s, VP level people. What's up? Me, picking up some wipers. Boss, and you're so jazzed about them you needed to call me in the middle of the day? DC's getting really frustrated at this point. I'm obviously not getting to the me getting fired fast enough for her. Me, nope. Got a lady here at Canadian Tire who wants to talk to my manager. I kind of thought you're the closest thing to that. You want to talk to her? Boss, what the hell, ABTC? Am I on speakerphone? Me, oh yeah, the crazy lady can hear you. How else is she supposed to talk to my manager? Say hi to the crazy lady. DC is finally starting to realize that I don't have a store logo on my shirt and that maybe I'm not an employee. Boss, you're such a jackass. I'm sorry, ma'am. My husband is an idiot, but he doesn't work there. I start to laugh at this point. Me, it's cool, hun. She seems kind of slow or something. She probably doesn't realize I'm laughing at her, I say through my laughter, while DC makes some kind of appalled noise from the back of her throat and stalks off. I managed to get my wipers and leave the store after that without any further incident. My wife thinks I was mean to her. I say I was fighting stupidity with dumbassery. Some assembly required. Good luck. This happened several years ago. I was the nighttime charge nurse over the ICU. I just finished a 12-hour shift at my hospital that had turned into a 14-hour shift because of a rapid response right before shift change. Patient responded well. I was exhausted and had returned for a fourth shift in 9 hours. All I wanted were some items to drop in the slow cooker so I'd have something to eat when I got up tonight. I stopped at a well-known big box store that sells groceries, clothes, electronics, the works. I'm wearing my royal blue scrubs, a name badge with a big RN under it, and forgot to take my stethoscope off so it's hanging around my neck. The employees here, well, don't. As I'm walking toward the store, I see an elderly couple struggling to load a large box in their SUV parked at the front of the store. I mean old, 90-plus, shaky hands, teetering around with limited mobility, the kind I see with a med list 3 pages long. No way would his hips take the weight without snapping, and I've worked enough tonight. I approached quickly and addressed the female half of the couple offering help. Was gladly accepted, and I got their TV loaded with very little difficulty. It was more cumbersome than heavy. I'm chatting with the woman who's explaining it's a gift for their son and her husband hadn't wanted to wait for help. I'd wondered why an employee wasn't helping. That's when it happened. I will be RN, she will be EB for Entitled B. EB, hey! Startled, we stop our conversation and look over. It's a lady in her 50s dressed in a cheap-looking beige pantsuit with a get your manager hairstyle, standing about 15 feet away with her hand on her overly broad hip. EB, if you are about done, I need help over here. She then points to her cart with 2 boxes of bookshelves, some assembly required. I realize she thinks I work here. RN, oh sorry, I don't work. EB, you are already making me late. Just get it done and don't scratch my paint up. The elderly lady and I exchange looks of disbelief, and I try again. I don't work here. Just get it done. She then steps away from her cart to grab her purse, grumbling about effing idiots, and is digging for her keys when the cart rolls further away and one wheel goes off the curb. The entire uneven load causes the cart to topple over. I instinctively jump forward to try and prevent everything from falling. I was unsuccessful. EB, who has now turned to see her particle board bookshelves spilled out to the cement, corners of the boxes crushed and one is torn open with a few pieces and packaging now exposed. EB completely loses her crap and becomes a raging thunder sea. EB, what the F, you effing moron? Pick them up. Damn it. I'm going to have you fired. You owe me a new bookshelf, and I'm late. At this point, I'm done. Pick them up yourself. I don't work here. I then turn to go inside when I feel her grab my sleeve and try to yank me around. I jerk my sleeve out of her grip and turn to face her now violently red face. She opens her mouth to start screaming again, but I put my finger in her face and say, no, don't touch me. Shut the hell up. I do not work here, and even if I did, I'd quit before I help you clean up your crap. EB stands there speechless, mouth opening and closing, sputtering in shock that I've dared raise my voice at her. That's when the manager and an employee come out. As EB sees the manager and finds her voice, EB, are you the manager? This man damaged my bookshelves and is refusing to pay for them. I just stare in shock. Seriously? Having realized that a man in bright blue scrubs with a stethoscope and a big RN badge doesn't really work here? Instead of apologizing, she chooses to double down on the craziness and now accuses me of breaking her stuff. Before I can voice my denial, the elderly gentleman I'd helped earlier steps in and explains the situation to the manager. EB is still voicing complaints, but the manager realizes the real situation and apologizes to me and the couple. I'm still standing by watching angrily as the manager deals with EB and inspects the bookshelves. They are not damaged. He offers her 2 new boxes, but EB is now done with the whole situation. She says no. She's already too late because of me. She just glares over at me and says to the manager, just load them. I'm already late enough because of this. The manager and employee then lift the boxes up and get them wedged into the lady's car. As I shake my head and go to enter the store, I'm stopped by the elderly lady I'd helped earlier. Sir, thank you so much for helping us with the TV. I'm so sorry people are so rude. She then reaches for my hand to shake. As she folds both her fragile hands around mine, I can feel something in her palm that she's giving me. She whispers, don't look yet. Wait till she leaves. I slide the package into my scrub pocket and lady walks away. EB then gets in her car, without apologizing or thanking anyone, and peels out and drives away. I finally enter the store to grab my food items when I reach into my pocket and pull out a plastic bag with a bunch of screws and hardware. I realize immediately that this sweet little old lady took advantage of the commotion to steal the hardware out of EB's ripped box. I couldn't believe it. I had the biggest grin on my face as I did my shopping, and I have a new petty revenge hero to idolize. That's all. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.